Hi everyone, I'm Kate.
I'm Steph.
And we are the
FND
FND Sisters.
Excuse the moving blanket. That happens to be my dog.
The Ginger Ninja. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. The more followers that we have, the more we get to do this stuff, which we really love. Gives us something to do. Yeah.
Because we're boring people.
Because we're boring and disabled.
I have no life. This is my life.
This is it. If you think or feel like you relate to any of this stuff, please go through the relevant channels to go get yourself checked out. GPs, neurologists, all of that stuff, unless you are already here and you've already got your diagnosis of FND. Also, for friends and family.
Yeah.
For friends and family, if you want to learn a little bit more about what it's like to live with FND or support someone with FND, we are here for you. But we cannot diagnose anyone, so please don't ask us.
And if you've got any questions, pop them in the box below, and we can also answer any questions that you may have about FND, which would be nice because then it gives us something to talk about.
100%, because otherwise we're just two people talking at a camera day in, day out. Just a little note that we are looking for sponsors. So if you're somebody like Neo Walks, we'd like to hear from you. If you've got a business, big or small, and you'd like to help us help other people with FND, get in touch. All of our contact details will be in the box underneath this in our bio or on our channel or on our many social media outlets. Everything but no, we can't actually name the social media. On all social media outlets except for one who hates businesses. Okay, so I thought about starting today, episode 2, with a question of the week. So,
question away.
The question is, does anyone suffer from noise intolerance?
Yes.
Full stop. Moving on.
I hate noise, or not noise in general. Like, I can do one thing at a time. But for example, if I'm in the car and the music's playing, I cannot have my kids in the back playing their phones.
Yeah.
That drives me insane. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. And it, oh my God, like if I go into a supermarket, I have to have my loops in, which are like earplugs, and you can get them for several different noises. So you can completely blank out noise, or you can do it partially. They look really pretty as well. You can't really notice them, to be fair. I have to wear those, or I put earphones in because I can't take the beeping, the trolleys, the big carton things that they move around, the talking. Oh my God, it drives me insane. It throws me, like I just freeze. And I become so anxious, and then I start to panic, and then before I know it, I'm just in like a full-blown panic attack. And my head just I can't concentrate. It just throws me. It's just awful.
It is the worst. So my experience in this, so we thought that my FND was vertigo first. So I spent about 6 months teaching in a high school. So noise and stress are like up here, which are like two of the biggest triggers for FND, but we didn't know that. You wouldn't believe the noise in a school, right?
Oh, I can quite believe it. Yeah.
And my subject is drama, right? So there's no desks, there's no quiet time. Their way to learn in drama is by grouping together and practicing different things. And they might be shouting at random, they might be banging on the floor. Do you know what I mean?
Very eccentric.
It's very flamboyant, which in the beginning of my teaching career, it's like, that's what I love. I love seeing students of all ages just learning through play and like exploring different subjects, and there's so much that you can do in drama that you can't do in other subjects. It's just like basically exploring the world and being social. But when you've got FND, in the end, I think it was about 4 months before we even knew FND even existed. My partner got me some loop earplugs, and he said, "Look, please just use them," because I was having to come home, sit in a dark room for about an hour to just let the tinnitus just die down a little bit. And the tinnitus is why they thought it was vertigo, because that is like the main trigger. And I was getting so ill after school, I barely even knew how I drove home. Like, I couldn't remember driving home. Like, do you know what I mean? It was getting really, really bad. And so I used these loop earplugs, and so I would teach a lesson and go, so this is your instruction, this, and I have PowerPoint. Now I'm putting my loop earplugs in, so please make sure that if you have to ask me a question, that you come to my desk. And I used to have to sit behind my desk with my loop earplugs in and just let them, and just try and lip read around and just make sure everyone was still on task. You know, it was really tough. But honestly, the noise, the actual noise, and obviously I then got diagnosed and everything, and then found out that the two biggest triggers for FND is noise and stress. And I'm like, well, that's teaching. So,
screwed there.
So does anyone suffer noise intolerance? 100%, 100%. And as well, like you say, like when I'm watching TV and the kids are like on their phones, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. But I don't think I could tolerate that before.
No,
I think that also triggered me before.
Yeah. Like, I was a bit sharp with it before, but now it's just ramped up 100%.
Yeah. It's like somebody getting their claws and clawing the inside of my brain. That's how it feels, like physically, like the hurt. Ooh. So yes, very noise intolerant.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, we're going to introduce random talking points. And the random talking point that we came up with today was dating. So dating with FND, how do you do it? Steph, I'll let you crack on with this one.
Thanks. It's hard. I mean, they say it's hard with kids, and it is hard with kids. I've got 2 kids and it's hard. But just in general, like, for example, the weekend just gone, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was kid free. And we'd planned to go on a date Saturday night. And we were going to go to this Indian. We like this Indian, so we were going to go there. And Friday, I come down with like this migraine, and it really threw me. And I was around my parents at the time, and it was ridiculous because I felt quite queasy with it. You know, when you get a migraine and you feel sick. Well, my head was pounding, and I was just like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just lack of sleep or something like that. And I had a plum around my mum and dad's. And the next thing I know, literally 10 minutes after, I was in their toilet being violently sick because my migraine had turned that bad. And my mum had to drive my car home with me in the passenger seat, and my dad had to follow. And then obviously my mum and dad went home. But I just couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate. My head was pounding. I was shaking. It was awful. And then that carried over to Saturday. And I thought, you know, it'll wear off. And I can't take any additional medication for it because I'm on so much medication as it is, because I've got other things wrong with me that I take meds for. So I couldn't take anything extra. And it got to like Saturday afternoon, and I said to my partner, I'm not going to go out tonight. I said, I feel terrible. My ears were ringing. My vision was gone. My body was just knackered. And I was just laying down like in a dark room, and that was me done. And we were like, well, what can we do? Because we still want to have a date night. So I was laying on the sofa down here. I was on that sofa. He was on this sofa. We had some hummus and pita bread,
Mm.
and that was our date night.
Yeah.
Hummus and pita bread.
We do like hummus though.
Yeah, we do. Last time we had hummus, didn't we?
We did.
But yeah, that was the extent of my date night.
Mm.
It just ruins everything.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how you're going to be on that day.
Mm-hmm.
You can't plan anything.
Yeah.
It has to be sporadic. But how can it be sporadic when you've got kids?
Yeah.
Or somebody to look after?
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to go to a certain restaurant, but if you book on the day, there's no spaces.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or you go out for a couple of drinks and it's like, well, I'm going to have to walk. We're going to have to take a taxi or a bus, walk to that destination, have a few drinks, maybe stand if there's no seating.
Yeah.
That will tire you out. Then you have to walk back to somewhere that you're going to be picked up from. Then you have to come home and undress.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, unless they undress you, but
Yeah.
that's as far as that goes. But do you know what I mean? It's just, you just can't do it. I really struggle.
It's hard work, but I think, like, I mean, I don't think either of us could do this without like seriously understanding partners. Like,
Yeah.
I think that helps.
I mean, we're lucky. We've got extraordinary partners.
Lucky. Like, so lucky. With me and James, we do date, but we also, because we've got so many friends and such, like, that love to go out and do social things. By the time we've got the energy to go out and do a date, there's the next social thing. So we went out and had a Chinese the other day with his friends, but also his friends are aware of my situation and are really, really good with that as well. Like, we all went to Centre Parks. We got me a wheelchair, and everyone had a turn on the wheelchair because I couldn't walk everywhere because there's a lot of walking in Centre Parks. And yeah, I did have like a couple of quite big seizures and stuff, but I was still able to do it. And I think, like, as long as the people that you're going out with understand that if you get out and then you're like, I actually can't do this, that they will very willingly turn around and go home and it'd be okay. It's a bit like, we went to a wedding and I knew by about midday I was like, I've got about 30 minutes left, but I don't mind, and I said this to Jay, I was like, I don't mind if you could drop me off, or I can get a taxi home and then you come back to the wedding, because I don't want you to miss out. Like, this is all of your friends are here, and you need a break. You need a break from me and all of this, you know. And I think that's another way to be kind of as conscientious as possible with a partnership. Like, going through this is also allowing them to have their time in their space.
Yeah, my partner goes raving.
Yeah,
all over Europe.
Yeah, well, there you go. God, I miss raving.
He just goes and headbangs. Annoys me. I shouldn't get annoyed because it's not their fault. But it annoys me when you say to somebody, I'm tired, I'm fatigued, and they go, yeah,
oh,
I didn't
let's just do this.
I didn't really sleep well last night. I only got 6 hours and not 8. And I'm like, no, that's not tired.
No.
That is not tired. It's not their fault.
No.
I get it. Because they're like, oh yeah, I'm a little bit tired. But I'm like, I'm bloody fatigued. I can't physically move.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, you don't know what tired is.
Mm-hmm. Really find out whether or not that person, number one, understands what it is you're going through, and number two, is a very understanding person that this might not get better. Because FND is chronic, isn't it? Like, we can go into remission, but once you have it, it's there. And I mean, if you get flu, it will flare up. If anyone's listening and you're single, you're with FND and you're dating, write in. Tell us how it's going. Tell us your funny stories, horror stories, whatever it is. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're willing to kind of let us read out your story, we'll do it anonymously as well. We don't have to name any names, but we'd love to hear back from you.
And we're not trying to be smug by saying we've got like extraordinary partners. No. It just happens to be that.
I mean, me and James, we're 1 year on the 9th of November. So it was, we only had like 5-6 months of me being in full health, and even then it was like we still thought it was vertigo.
See, I
I'm
was
just lucky, really.
So me and my partner are 10 years, but when we got together, I had certain ailments. Don't get me wrong, I had certain things wrong with me, but I was nowhere near as bad as I am now.
Yeah.
But I explained to him, because we met over Tinder.
As you do. As you do.
And when Tinder first come out, and we were sort of chatting before we even met. We were chatting for about 6 weeks before we met. And I sort of explained from the start that I'm not a well person. You know, I have so many things wrong with me. I struggle at times. So I fully appreciate if you just wanted to go for coffee and become a friend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not anything more. But he was willing to become my partner, and we got married, and the rest is history, really.
When you know, you know.
And then it just got, I was diagnosed with FND in 2020, I think it was. But obviously you get bad before you get diagnosed. That's the reason why you get diagnosed. But it just through the whole process, it's just been incredible.
Yeah.
It has really been good.
Gold stars to the partners.
Yes. Top marks.
Top marks. 10 out of 10. Then he comes in and he smells like a workman. 15 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yours comes in smelling of grease.
I'm petrol and diesel.
Mine comes in smelling of computers.
Yeah, it's probably not the same, is it? Oh, yeah. I love that grease monkey. Right. Okay.
We digress.
I think we I digress. Top tip of the day.
I can't remember. It's more about not being embarrassed to use an aid.
Yeah.
Because when I first struggled, I didn't want to use a walking stick because I didn't want to be looked at differently, or I was worried about being knocked over. I just didn't want to be judged.
Yeah.
But now I use aids, so I've got an electric wheelchair, I've got a manual wheelchair, I've got a walking stick, depending on how I am. If I go out anywhere, I use the electric wheelchair. You know, if I'm pottering around, I use my walking stick. But it just, and then also you say, so like a specialist says to you, oh, you need some form of aid, and they give you crutches that are grey and silver and boring and hurt. And then they say, oh, use a walking stick. So you go into, I don't know, was it Timpson's?
Well, I went into every charity shop that I could find,
and you'd look at a walking stick and you're like, oh,
one.
Great. Great. A black walking stick or a wooden looking walking stick that looks like bamboo or something.
Yeah. Although I do like those ones. Those are retro.
They're awful.
They are pretty bad, but they are...
But then I'd done some exploring and I found cool crutches to start off with, and I had a walking stick from them.
Yeah.
And it was like an ergonomic top.
Yeah.
But that kept giving my hand cramp.
Yeah.
It really hurt my hand. And obviously because I mentioned it, social media was listening and there was loads of adverts, and that's when I found Neo Walks. And I saw them and they actually... you send in your measurements. So whereas before you get a crutch or a walking stick and you just get the poppy bit, don't you, that slides down?
Yeah, and you have to extend it.
And it does that.
So if you're a half measure.
Yeah, so if you're in between, you're a bit screwed, really.
Yeah.
So then I found them, and you measure them and you send in your measurements and they make it to order. And I've got this one that I have in my boot room. I don't sound like a snob. I have a boot room.
In my boot room. I live in Aldeburgh.
No, I don't live in Aldeburgh. So I have this one that I have at home. So if I go out at home or anything, but I kept forgetting to take it whenever I went in the car.
Yeah.
So I bought another one and just left it in the car.
Mm.
So I know it's in the car at all times. So I've always got it.
Yeah.
So I've got that one as well, and they're just beautiful. I love them. I think they're brilliant.
I like him.
Ours happens to be the same one.
Yeah, we
doesn't
got the
it?
Moulin Rouge. We didn't even know each
No.
other. It's got like bubbles as well.
Yours
And
lights up though.
mine
doesn't
lights
it?
up, yeah, but I haven't charged it recently. And there's a few things that I need to talk to Neo Walks about to make it easier to turn on the light.
But you can get different ferrule colours.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're called ferrules.
Different tops, because we've got different tops here.
Yeah, you.
Like, we're not just trying to make you go to Neo Walks. They're not sponsoring us yet, okay?
You say yet like they are going
they
to.
are, hopefully. We want to hear from you, Neo Walks. We love you. But you know, I give out your business cards everywhere. But
I bought this on the top because I'm a very sweaty person.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah, you
when
are.
my hand sweats, yeah, I smell all the time.
You don't smell.
My hand slips on it quite a lot because of the plastic. It just was slipping. So
Yeah.
they sell these little like gripper things, and then you can
Yeah.
put the tops over
Mine's
them.
got a squidgy bit.
Yeah, that's my other one's got that squidgy bit, and it's really good. But I bought this, and it's really groovy. It's quite nice.
But basically what we're trying to say is, like, I thought my life was over when my partner merely suggested that I got a walking stick, and I was like, are you actually joking? I've literally just gone from going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, doing spinning classes and running around my studio teaching children, and now I'm so disabled I need a walking stick. Like, what are you talking about? Turns out he was right. I needed it because whenever we would go out, I was hanging off him because I was so unbalanced and dizzy, and it just gives me a little bit more confidence. And it does go everywhere with me, but I don't need it all the time.
I've also flipped 180, should I say, not 360,
Yeah,
180,
that's like a...
in the fact that I like having it to make people aware that I'm disabled.
Yeah,
now.
sometimes it is like it's almost like the lanyard.
Yeah, the
I don't usually
sunflower
go out without
lanyard.
my sunflower lanyard anymore.
Yeah, like
because then most people know what the sunflower lanyard is.
yeah.
That's probably the next tip, isn't it?
Well, that was a fashion accessory during COVID, wasn't it? I
Yeah,
think
it
people
was.
just
Like,
wore it for the sake of wearing
don't
it.
cough near me.
Yeah.
Stay
But,
away.
No, I like it because it makes people aware that something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas before I was like, oh my God, I don't want anybody to know that I'm different.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I prefer people to know I'm different because then, you know, they give you a bit more space.
Yeah.
Kids are aware because they see something. They're not going to run into you.
Yep.
It's, you know, it is handy. So my thought process on AIDS has completely changed.
Yeah.
I still get embarrassed in my electric wheelchair. I must admit.
I love your electric wheelchair. It's so nice, but I get it.
I still get a bit embarrassed in that because I feel like people look down on me.
Yeah.
Because they see that you can get in and out of the wheelchair easily. Well, not easily, but able-bodied.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, if you can do that, why do you need an electric wheelchair?
Yeah. The other thing was when I first had, because that was one of the things I said to my partner. I was like, well, what if people see me? Because what I didn't want was people knew me as this really energetic person, like always around everything, you know, on stages and performing and blah blah. And then suddenly see me with a walking stick. They either, or in my head, they're either gonna just stare, like, oh my God, what's wrong with Kate? Or they're gonna come over and ask me.
Yeah.
And I can't be bothered.
Or like, judge you and not believe you.
Like, why do I? Because as well as that, it's like, I've got FND. Oh, what's FND? Well, let me just tell you. And like, then you have to go.
Time.
It feels like you have to ream off this stream of symptoms to them just so they try and understand what you've got. Whereas now I just don't care. I just go out in it.
Well, like people say to me, like the other day,
stop being so nosy. Number one, because if you don't know what I've got,
well, it's personal, isn't it?
Well, if you don't know what I've got yet, it means you're not a friend enough for me to have told you already. Do you know what I mean?
Somebody asked me the other day what I had wrong with me because I had my stick, and And I just turned around and said, I've got mobility issues and I've got neurological issues.
Yeah.
And that was that. Because if I reel off my diagnosis,
God.
I've got the whole bloody alphabet. But
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? It
Because I
was
was
just
like,
like,
it's kind of
boom,
like
boom,
dementia, stroke, Parkinson's, Tourette's,
MS.
epilepsy, and it's unpredictable. So, hi.
Yeah, I just, you know, and I think, why are you asking me such a personal question?
It's super personal. Whereas when I've got a sunflower lanyard, people just like, oh, well, there's something, but
Yeah,
that's okay. Do you know what I mean?
because you wouldn't go up to an autistic person and say,
What's wrong with you? What kind of tism do you have?
Yeah,
Like...
do you know what I mean? You just wouldn't do that, would you? So why, if people have got a walking stick, why would you do it to them?
Oh, 100%. It's a very big bugbear.
I don't get it.
Anyway, we're off pace.
We are.
So that was top tip of the day. We have funny FND stories. So I've got a couple.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
So the last couple of weeks, the neurophysio has been really good, but I've been getting tics, like Tourette's tics, like whistling and clicking and having quite a lot of the neck movements, head movements, and shoulders. It seems to be all kind of here at the moment. And so I was ticking a little bit this day, and I think we'd just done a big shop, but we'd forgotten a couple of things. So we just nipped into the co-op, and I could feel my tics starting, and I was like, luckily I had my sunflower lanyard on. I didn't feel as mental as I would have done without it, but I was kind of ticking, and I was trying to keep it in, and like, you know how people with Tourette's, they usually say like trying to keep tics in actually really physically hurts. Like, and I started getting a thumping headache because I was trying not to tick, but I was ticking. And then for some reason I was like, oh my god, I actually think I'm going to say a word, because previously to this, for a couple of weeks since I started ticking, my partner's been like, oh, please say, I just can't wait for your first word. Like, what's your first word going to be? Like, what is it? Like, I just can't wait. I just want you to also say the words, because he just finds it hilarious.
He just wants you to swear out loud.
He just wants me to, he just wants me to whatever. Anyway, so in the co-op, fighting for my life, trying not to tick, knowing that something was going to come out, I managed to do the boop machine, and then as we were walking out of the co-op, as I was walking out of the co-op, I went, tango! Like, and my partner just absolutely fell to his knees. Out of everything, all the tics in the world, tango. So it's either I saw a can of tango subconsciously and didn't even realise, or I just fancied dancing that day. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that was my first ever tic was me shouting tango.
At least it wasn't offensive.
At least it wasn't offensive. At least it was, but it was very unexpected. Because it's almost like you feel your brain like trying to stop on a word, but yeah. Anyway, so that's my funny FND story. If you have a funny FND story, please write into us. We would love to read some of your funny stories. Again, it can be anonymous. We won't name names or anything, but would love to hear back from you guys. Because if we can make somebody laugh,
absolutely.
that is, because FND can be quite ooh. So yay! Shall I do my other one?
You can do.
Shall I do my other one? Yeah. So the other one is, it's always because that's all I do now. I sit at home or I go shopping, and it's not shopping, it's food shopping. Yeah, that's all I do.
That's the extent of my life too.
So that is my one outing a week. So we're in a shopping centre, not a shopping centre, a supermarket, shall I say? And we're walking down the aisles. I was starting to feel that fatigue. It hit me like halfway through, and I thought, oh, I'm in trouble. I don't know what I'm going to do here. And we were going to do a spag bowl, so we went down the aisle for, I think it was confectionaries and passata, because apparently that's
ridiculous what they put together now, isn't it?
Seriously, supermarket sort out. Anyway, walking down this aisle, and then suddenly this guy came up to me and started talking to me, and he was going, and I was looking at this guy, and I'm like, who is this? Who am I talking to? He's talking to me like he knows me. And it was my partner. It was my actual partner. I'd forgotten where I was, what I was doing, who I was with, and who he was. And it literally, at the time, it was so serious. I was like, I like basically had to stop myself from bursting into tears because I thought, oh my god, this isn't even FND anymore. It's early onset dementia. What am I going to do? And I actually rung the doctors the next day. I was like, this has just happened to me. I didn't know who my partner was, and I was out shopping with him. Help me! And they were like, oh, this is funny. They were like, oh, write a diary. So start writing a diary of all these moments. And I'm like, if I can't remember them,
You get home to write a diary, you're like, blank pages.
anyway. So yeah, but my partner was, and this is the cutest thing, right? Bear in mind, we just watched The Notebook too. He did say to me, because I was getting really upset, and he was like, "Don't worry, like if you just like forget who I am, it's a chance for me to like meet you again, and I'll just carry on meeting you over and over again."
Get me a bucket.
And I'm like, I love you. So yeah, but that's why I can't drive buses. Well, I definitely can't do that, but I can't sit on buses just in case I lose my mind.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Forget where I'm going.
I easily forget where I'm going, or I fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, narcolepsy.
Yeah.
Be interested to see. Yeah.
I've done it. When I was working, obviously I wasn't driving. I had to catch buses to work, and I was regularly missing my stops, or I had to have the app on my phone, Apple Maps, and I had to put a pin at work and a pin where I was getting on the bus.
Yeah.
And I'd follow my map to make sure I got off at the right bus stop because I'd lose complete track. And I think, again, it was the noise, the movement.
So noisy on buses.
Everything's like that.
Moving.
Yeah. Or I'd fall asleep on a bus.
Yeah. I think
I'd be like that on a bus.
Yeah. I could never go anywhere on a train right now. Not without a companion. Okay, so now we are going to do our favourite part. Snog, marry, kill with FND symptoms. So the first FND symptom is visual disturbances. What are visual disturbances?
Basically, they can be anything, can't they? They can be anything from fuzzy vision, double vision, not being able to open your eyes, just anything really, like flecks in your eyes. I can't think of the word.
Yeah,
like stars in your eyes type of thing.
Like stigmatisms.
No, stigmatism is when your eye is an oval shape. I think.
Okay.
I think.
But it's the same, like
just when you
the
get
flashing lights.
Yeah, flashing lights and stuff like that. Yeah. So it can be anything.
Yeah.
I've got a friend, bless her, that's not very well at all with FND. She has to wear a mask over her face or over her eyes at all times because she can't open her eyes, and B, she is really sensitive to the light. So she's basically blind.
Bless her.
So all the time, like she can't see.
Yeah.
And her brain can't function when it's daylight and nighttime. So she can't sleep either because she's not got that trigger. I mean, my brother has really dark green glasses. He's not got FND, but he's got really dark green glasses because he's got Erlen syndrome.
Yeah.
And he's the same. Like his eyes struggle to switch off, and he can't sleep very well at all.
Yeah.
Because of that.
If you're listening, friend, we love you, and all of my healing angels are being sent to you right now because that sounds really awful.
Yeah, she's really poorly. She's got a lot of other things wrong with her as well. Well, like the FND, she's got a lot of things wrong with her with the FND, but yeah, she's not very well at all. Bless her.
Well, we're thinking of you, and this is for you. So, snog, marry, avoid visual. What was it?
Visual disturbances.
Visual disturbances. The next one is tics. So I've been having a lot of tics. It's very Tourette's-y kind of tics.
I've never suffered with tics.
Yeah. Have you seen them though?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, they're wild.
Yeah, I've seen them quite a lot on like social media platforms and things like that. I've seen people suffer with them,
Yeah.
which is outrageous. Like some of them are awful.
Yeah.
Not nice.
And then the third one is swallowing issues. This came up in our last episode. Actually, we were talking about swallowing issues.
Yeah, I suffer with swallowing issues.
Do you know how hard it was for me to keep a straight face when you're talking about swallowing issues?
Only you.
I was like, I bet you did, Steph. Okay, so snog, marry, kill. Which one?
Kill would definitely be visual disturbances.
Okay.
I mean, I suffer with diplopia.
We still can't say it.
So if I take my glasses off, everything is double.
Yeah.
Because I have prisms in my glasses to prevent that.
Yeah.
And even sometimes it will, with my glasses on, it will split. But yeah, that's annoying.
Okay.
Because I can't even like take my glasses off at night and lay there and watch the TV because I can't register or focus. Like if I take it off, you'll have a head here and a head here type of thing. Yeah. And then it makes me feel quite queasy.
Yeah.
So I'd definitely kill that. And obviously, because of the sake of my friend, how bad it can get. Yeah, I'd definitely kill that.
Okay. So you've got snog and marry left. Between ticks and swallowing.
I think I'd snog swallowing.
Yeah.
Because
sorry. I literally can't keep it straight. Yeah.
I think because when it happens, like you feel like you're choking or drowning, or it's really horrible. It's not nice.
Yeah.
And there's like I've got like a delay, so I'll have food in my mouth, but my brain won't register to swallow it, if that makes sense. So it just sits there.
Yeah. You're
terrible.
I'm so sorry because it's really bad. It must be really horrible.
Drink I'm fine with.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Just get that out of your head.
Cool. I think I would. Me personally, I would probably kill swallowing issues because the thought of it makes me want to die.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Swiftly moving on to, I think I would snog visual disturbances because I wouldn't mind it. I don't mind it when it happens every so often because I see straight things as curved sometimes, or like patterns start dancing. And then I would probably marry ticks just because sometimes they are so funny, but ticks really do hurt. They really because it's so jolty. It's like being in a car crash, like like the what do you call it?
Like whiplash.
Almost. Yeah, like you basically give yourself whiplash.
Yeah,
especially when you try and keep them in. So that would be my snog, marry, kill.
So I'd probably marry ticks as well.
Yeah, ticks would. Yeah, ticks like, and especially the tango thing.
You're shouting out random
If
words.
you got a really inappropriate tick, that would be really, really awful though. So sorry if you have that, our listeners. Okay, moving on. Holistic. You're going to talk about.
Oh yeah, I've not just got it over me for the sake of having it over me.
Yeah.
I suffer with tremors really, really badly. And I've had a weighted blanket now for a couple of years, but it's absolutely brilliant. Like, it doesn't get rid of my tremors. I still have it, but it gets rid of the worst of it, if that makes sense. So, like, normally my feet would be doing this.
Yeah, and I've been there and seen it. Like, you do have like.
But now I feel like internally it's doing that. Do you know what I mean? So it's not doing it as bad.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that is time for us to wrap it up. We'll give you some. That was Ginny, by the way. Ginny the dog. She might bark.
The ginger ninja.
The ginger ninja. Ginny the ginger ninja. thank you so much for listening today. This is episode 2. We're just really kind of proud of what we're doing, and we hope that you guys like it. Anything you want to talk about, either comment underneath. We'll put all of the details for the weighted blanket, the links and stuff that you can get yourself one, and also websites as well underneath. If you think you might have FND, like where to go and what to do. So I think that wraps it up. Also, last thing, please hit like and subscribe. The more people we have that subscribe to us, the more traction this gets and the bigger that we can become. And we'd love this to
hopefully
to go the distance.
Be nice.
Yeah,
just supporting people, really, just talking about it, making a bit of a joke about it, because it is such a serious condition. Affects people in so many ways, and is, and affects some people so seriously, and I can't work because of it, and you're off sick at the moment, and it just makes a big difference to us if you can support us, really.
So from your FND sisters, goodbye.
Tatty Hoe.
Tatty Hoe. You are a tatty hoe.
All right, bitch.